Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today, we are going to take a look at Chapter 52 of Kaiju number 8. They earned this moment! Oh my goodness, 3 excellent relationships built over the past 50 chapters came together to rip your heart half out of your chest and then pound it in again for maximum effect. There was no plot point that we weren't expecting. This was a relationship chapter, a combat chapter, a chapter about how people come together and fall apart in moments of stress. And I am about to get in the spoilers, so get lost if you don't want any spoilers. But in order to give you time to click away, I suppose I should give you some lead time. So if you want to, you can go check out my books at the links below the video. Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, and Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote. Available on Amazon and from the author. Check out the links below the video. Now, spoilers for an awesome chapter. First, the chapter was hype. Hype is Pacific Rim at its best. This is Kaiju punching Kaiju. This is heroes punching monsters. This is the knight charging at the dragon. This is pulse-pounding action at its finest. And as an action chapter, it doesn't miss a beat. The ominous music plays as our heroes step into the chaos of an unknown battlefield. There is their king. He stands alone atop the body of the fallen monster, bent but not broken. He is the one who stands between the perfect order of heaven and the chaos of hell. They greet him with joy. They greet him with fear. Something is wrong. In the distance, the death knell sounds. And then our questions are answered. We knew that this was no longer ISO, but what would the demon do? There is no lie, no deception, that we can see at least. One hopes for at least one lie, but more on that in a later video. Ah, says Kaiju number 9. ISO, you mean the suitable one? I killed him and fused with him. You just know that this moment is going to be the end of an episode when the anime comes out. You can hear the music play. You can see the screen cut to black. You can twitch as the commercials start. The pure, rich horror of the situation is driven most by just how much we love this man. Iso Shinomiya, the father with boundless paternal instinct, who had to shove that down inside and refuse it, who had the chance to be a daddy ripped away from him. This husband with Gomez Adams' level of love and devotion towards his wife. The officer who kept his nation safe at such a great cost. He was taken, not just killed, but taken. Now that hurt, but that's not the horror. When a father, a husband, an officer dies defending his nation, shielding his daughter, honoring his beloved, there's grief, but there's no horror in that. More often there's pride, there's glory in that. No, the horror comes a moment later when you can see ISO, when you can see that he isn't gone, when you see the difference in number 9's facial structure. It's slightly wider, slightly stronger, notably more heroic looking. The difference in how number 9 moves. There is a certain level of frantic energy that just isn't there anymore. Number 9 is more centered, calmer. Whatever ISO added to Kaiju number 9 is painfully, horrifically visible through the monster. You can still see the man. Sweet patron saint of soul-searing suffering. Matsumoto is as good as an artist as he is as an author. I love it. I hate it. I want so much more of this. However, as much as this was a hype chapter, it was so much more so a relationships chapter. A character chapter. You see now Iso Shinomiya stands at the center of a circle. He has a strong connection to all 3 of the main characters that are on screen around him. He is Kokoru's father, who was for one blissful moment freed from the curse of being her commander. He was going to quit after the successful mission. He wouldn't be the harsh master responsible for keeping her alive anymore. He had promised himself that he was going to be her daddy again, and he kept that promise. Literally, the moment Narumi and Kafka proved the strength of their combined unit, Shinomiya stepped out of his boots as general director and back into his daddy slippers. You can just see that he was ready to saunter on home to Sabasu, call for his kimono and sake, and greet Kokoru with a home-cooked meal when she got back from a hard day's kaiju slaying. And all of that has been wrenched away from us in a moment of perfect storytelling. Hit me again, Matsumoto! Ah! Anyway, Each of the three main characters reacts to this in perfect form. Kokoru is just flat out in denial. She attacks Kaiju number 9.3 on sight because there is no way she is going to believe a lie like her father getting taken over by some weak Kaiju. If that clawed Kafka of all people could maintain control over a Kaiju level of Kaiju number 8, then the mighty Aiso Shinomiya would have no trouble at all mastering Kaiju number 9. Narumi? He's the perfect officer and makes the perfect tactical decision instantly. This isn't Aiso Shinomiya. Aiso Shinomiya, the man he loved, is either missing or dead. This is Kaiju number 9. Kaiju number 9 must be stopped. Narumi is going to stop Kaiju number 9 here and now. He will worry about finding Mr. Aiso later, cost him what it may, body and soul. And Kafka. Now, on the one hand, there is nothing at all to say here, other than that Kafka is in fact our shonen manga protagonist. I could describe the scene beat for beat, and ultimately it could all be summed up like that. We all knew how he was going to react from the moment we saw this scene coming. I could, beat for beat, tell you what he said and did, and it wouldn't even count as a spoiler. I could tell you nothing he said or did, and you would still know everything anyway. I will say this 100% completely predictable moment, the moment that the laws of shonen manga say that Matsumoto could not have written differently, this scene that we all saw coming, what about it? What is worth saying in it? Ooh. There's a world of things to say about it. You see, Matsumoto didn't bother trying to subvert or plot twist his way out of a predictable moment here, not in the least. Matsumoto told this moment the best that he could. Then Matsumoto embraced the shonen nature of the MC, of the story Matsumoto is being forced to write, and Matsumoto leaned into it. Matsumoto cracked the shonen egg up, mixed it with some shonen flour, and baked us a nice meaty shonen pastry. That said, even though this is the spoiler review, I'm not saying what Kafka's reaction was. I mean, on the one hand, you know, on the other hand, I'm getting a whole other video out of that scene, so you'll have to take it on then. Anyway, so say goodbye to our new brick wall Kaiju number 9 and go check out the links below my video to get yourself a copy of Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, and Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, check to make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube does unsubscribe people sometimes. And peace out, my wonderful viewers. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Google Play.